we're live on YouTube. Let's go live on TikTok. And then let me pull up. There we go. Okay. Let some people get up in here and we'll go over the trade today that I lost and how we're going to backtest today to prevent losses. So today, basically, I was right in a trade, but I wanted, my take profit was far. So let's talk about it. So what's this? The 30-minute chart. So on 30-minute chart, we got a liquidity sweep of this high. I did say too, I was like, oh, if we come back in this breaker from here, we can, that's a good choice to look at longs. However, we had this 4-hour bearish fair value gap. We had, we were already in the 50%, the premium of this move. So I thought we were just retracing to go lower. We already went lower yesterday, the big moves. So I thought we were going to keep going, and we expanded higher. So I went to the 5-minute once we got this liquidity sweep. As you can see, we did get a liquidity sweep reaction, and then we came down a lot, which I actually said that too once I lost this trade. I said, why is it doing this? I literally said, I have to refresh. I said that this guy Hydra trades inversion fair value gaps to take the one back to the upside, basically, and he took the one I took. However, I wanted it, my take profit was way down here, and on live, I took this on live. I'm live trading every morning now, so y'all can join me on live tomorrow. And I even told people, I was like, you can sell right here. He sold at this liquidity point here. I said we could do a trailing stop, which I meant to do. I should have. I wanted to do a trailing stop a little bit in profit, and or I was going to sell on the 1 hour once we got the candle close out of the range. So while we were trading, we were getting a CRT. As you can see, we had the wick, and then we had another candle. So once this candle closed out of this range, that's where I should have sold for a smaller loss. See how this candle closed? When you have a CRT, you want it to go up. You want this candle to close underneath the high of the previous candle. And it did not. So I should have sold in there for a small loss. I was just waiting to trust my conviction. And I didn't really care. Because like I said, I'm kind of full porting fundeds because I'm at the end of my month. Like I said, that's how you should do it. You should trade normal on your fundeds. And then you should, at the end of the month, because on futures, they charge you monthly. You might as well just full port and do what you got to do at the end of the month. Where's the website that I can practice called? This is FX Replay. Sup? What up? Yeah, this is FX Replay. I mean, this is not. This is TradingView. FX Replay is here. So what we're going to test today, because we're going to go to the 1 minute. So I got in on the 5 minute after this breaker block. Great trade. I followed my rules. I waited for the candle to close. I even waited for it to go below this fair value gap, this swing low. Took it down. I should have sold or had a trailing stop. But on the 1 minute, this is what we got. On the 1 minute, we have a breaker that's a way better entry than my 5-minute one. So let's delete it. This is what Hydra took. We have a fair value gap here to get disrespected. As soon as we close below, that was the trade right here. Boom. Stop loss. Don't piss me off. Stop loss below this high. Take it to this white low right there in the middle of the gap. Boom. That is a 1 to 4. Love it. And then we got another inversion on the 1 minute, and this is the trade a lot of other people took. So you also have a 1 to, not the best risk reward unless you did it here. And I feel like on these 1 minute charts, it doesn't go and draw down that much. So this is what we're going to back test today. When to sell. What are you selling? I mean, it only makes sense to full port them if you're in drawdown, right? No, it does not, because drawdown, that's how I lost a lot of money yesterday. So there's days where, like, say you took this trade and you full poured it. If it went to drawdown way down here, you can get liquidated before your trade plays out, and then it can go your way. So you have to still have like a little risk management thing. But yes, I think you should full port, not in drawdown, but full port at the end of your month. Or I was planning on trading. I've been trading my live funds anyway. So the Top Step 50K account is only $50 a month. That's what you would be risking day trading with your own money anyway, so you could full port every day. However, my funded futures, you can full port in one trade. In Top Step, you have to do it in like 3 trades. So that's what messed me up. I full ported on Top Step, made my money in one day, and then I had to make an extra $3,000, which was stupid. No, I had to make an extra like $3,500, so I just restarted it. So I gotta do it in better trades. Just saw the first, should have taken the second. Exactly. So this is one of those things where like, I was getting greedy because also since I'm full porting, I'm trying to make like $1,200 a day. I was at like $600 here, so I was like, let me just take it a little bit. But I feel like on the 1 minute I was getting faked out. But if you wait for inverse fair value gaps, not regular ones, because regular ones can get disrespected, inversion ones after a liquidity sweep, it just happens so much better. So we had liquidity sweep, inversion down, liquidity sweep, inversion down. Even the $1,200 day I had on Tuesday or Monday was on the 1 minute chart. So that's what we're going to back test today. I feel like I'm missing something. I'm just wondering what's the correlation to full porting at the end of the month, why then? I'm missing something. Okay, so unlike Forex, you pay a one-time fee for a funded account on Forex. With futures, you pay monthly if you don't pass. So if you don't pass in a month, they're going to recharge you $50 anyway. So at the end of the month, you might as well try to full port because you're gonna get recharged. Is what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? So you bought a funded account challenge today. What is it? August 8th. By September 1st, if you're not funded or close, now if you're close, like $100 away, I would not suggest full porting. You just trade normal. But if you're not close, you should try full porting it because if you blow the account, it's the same price to restart the account. It's not like more if you blow it. You know what I'm saying? It's not more expensive if you blow the account. It's the same price. So you might as well try to get funded at the end of the month very fast. Just to see. But yeah, it ran up all day. So that's what we're gonna back test today. We're gonna back test. Actually, let me go back to all the shit I had on the chart. We're going to back test 1 minute side to side. This is how I like to trade anyway. You can risk more. You have less drawdown. You can do all the things. Let's turn on the sessions really quick just to see. Yeah, there was no liquidity. Oh, that was a PM session, but PM session liquidity, which is a strategy that some guy teaches on YouTube too. Like wait for PM session liquidity to be swept at 9:30, and then trade after that. I know what you're talking about. I just need some clarity. That is the clarity. I don't. What? How does that not make sense? Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, that's the clarity. So instead, they're gonna charge you anyway, which is so stupid about futures. They charge you monthly if you don't pass. Versus Forex, you just pay one fee, $100. So there's no need to full port your Forex prop firms. Just trade them. You only spend the money you put in, and you go from there. Okay, so we're gonna go back to switching this to 9:30, and we're gonna see how we're gonna trade on the 1 minute chart. Just liquidity to liquidity. Let's see how much of a win rate. We had a good win rate on the 30-minute, 5-minute analysis yesterday. How is this this is a 5-minute chart? Oh well. There it is. So we're gonna go to next New York session. But yeah, this is FX replay. This is how you should be practicing. So I guess on the 5-minute, you're gonna mark your liquidity. You can do it on the 1 minute as well. And then you kind of just want to wait for, we'll just do this one, an inversion fair value gap to be made, which we have one here. So basically once this 9:30 candle closed, which I think it is on the 1 minute I already did, you just take your trade down to the other side like this. However, I have to make sure well, I don't know what's going on here. Okay, so that one we lost. But usually, this is what you want to do. That's why you don't get faked out. You have to wait for the liquidity sweep first, even though, so the trade should be, you wait for the liquidity sweep and a strong reaction, but it's a lot of choppiness in here. So we still didn't get a change of the state of delivery, but we do get a fair value gap here. This is why I already don't like trading on the 1 minute. It's just a lot going on. And then we tap back into this fair value gap. And then we rejected it. Boom. You see, that's the trade. That is the trade. But you see how you need to be patient to wait through all of that before you get in the trade on the 1 minute. It takes a lot of patience. I took a bullish inversion of fair value gap today at 11.23. Yeah, that's the one a lot of people took. The sweep is important. It is. So that is the trade. Let's do it again. Let's do the whole analysis on the 1 minute and not the 5 minute. And this is how a lot of professional people trade, because like I always said, once you have a lot of money, you can risk more and take less trades. We'll still mark this. We'll mark equal highs here. And then obviously there's a bunch of liquidity up here. We kind of internally already swept here, but let's see how it reacts. You kind of probably would wait for a sell side or a buy side to reverse. Let's see. Okay, we got a sell side, but it really just ran down the rest of the day. So you either could have got in on this wick here, or you can still try to wait for a reversal if you want to see if we get one. But where is 9:30? I need to mark out 9:30 as well when we do this. Because that 9:30 candle could have almost faked you out. We got a wick to the upside. We do actually have a fair value gap here that's bullish, that was respected. So that is where you would enter. That's your trade right here. The 1 minute happened so fast. This is on replay. I might have to slow this down. I'm using it in a higher time frame. Boom. Good trade. Actually, you probably can take it all the way down to here. Boom. Yeah. That's what you want. That's exactly what you want. All right, clear. Moving on to the next day. As you see, I'm still new at the 1 minute. I mean, I used to trade the 1 minute a lot, but it wasn't like this. So look at where it's going overall. We still have some liquidity there. We have some equal lows. We kind of have a liquidity sweep here. And then we have some targets up here to target. I mean, I think that's about as far as it's gonna go. Could keep going lower or higher. We're gonna mark out 9:30. And I'm gonna slow this down. This replay, since we're on the 1 minute. You can actually watch this in real time like it would be. Okay, we got a liquidity sweep. And we got a fair value gap. Here. It's a bullish one, so you make it green. We also have a bunch of red ones that were already inverse before we got on at 9:30. So you could have entered off of one of these, maybe to go higher. Let's see how that plays out. No. I mean, it did. I don't know where your stop loss would have been. I mean, It technically would have stopped you out if you had it at the swing low. If you had maybe two ticks below that swing low. Or you could have waited for one of our major liquidity sweeps, like the one we just got. And now we wait for it to show us some reversal. We don't have any fair value gaps in here though to play off of. So let's see. Yeah, it just kept going higher. So you could just took that earlier trade, but you probably still got stopped out because it hit the stop loss to the tick, which is very annoying. That 9:30 candle looked you out. Let's see what it looks like on the 5-minute. Just gotta make sure you're aligned with the higher time frame and you're good. I disagree because higher time frame today was definitely showing bearish. Also, that's the thing about the 1 minute. The 1 minute you don't have to go with a higher time frame anything. You just trade liquidity to liquidity. All you gotta do is make sure you catch a little piece of the move and that's it. Don't go to enter 2 minutes after 9:30. Wait for more info. Yes, that's my problem too. I like to get in at the 9:30 off the 9:30 candle, and that's why I was back testing sitting on the 30-minute chart the last few days. That's what we've been doing. We've been sitting on the 30-minute chart and then executing on the 5-minute chart, which worked out a little bit this week, and today I just got faked out. However, I do think you can just trade like this. A lot of people do. I just don't yet. But let's go to the next New York session. And maybe it's going back to the 30-minute chart, then waiting for our liquidity sweep, and then waiting for the FEG on the 1 minute. Green, this is bullish. We do have a red one here as well. They're fighting each other. We kind of already candle closed above this one, but a long news candle, a lot of liquidity up here. Next liquidity way down here. But also there's times where I've gone in on trades at the 9:30 candle and it's went down or up the rest of the day. So it's just like you just have to be able to play both. And then knowing when to act on one or the other. Oh, let's speed it up for the 30-minute chart. Boom. Okay. Now the 1 minute. Okay, so on this one, watching this in real time, liquidity sweep, inverted fair value gap here. That would have been our entry. You probably would have got in way down here because the candle closed. Let's put some up there, and then you would have just took it down to opposing liquidity. This green line or this red line or a 1 to 2, 1 to 2.5 like I like to do when I get greedy. That would have been the trade. So wait for the liquidity sweep, then go to the 1 minute, and boom. That's the trade. Delete. Just making sure. It's hard to like do this and then look at the messages y'all send. So if you hear me like get quiet or pause, I'm just reading your messages. Okay. Liquidity. Well, first of all, let's go to the 30-minute. 30-minute. We're almost there. So you would really just wait for that liquidity sweep at that point. And then see if it wants to go higher. Just go to the 1 minute already. I'm sure there's other swing highs to target on the 1 minute. Yes. We have one here. The next one's way up here. Sell side here. All right. And we have this big ass fair value gap now though. right, let's slow it down because we're back on the 1 minute. Boom. Now, this is something that you can trade off this. I know a lot of people do when the candles are both equal, green and red like this. That's a sure sign of reversal for some people. I know this is how like the turtle soup traders trade. It's a long stop loss, which I preferably don't like for your target. So you either would I would either go to 1 to 1.5 at the least, or just not take that trade, or see if it wants to go down to the next one. And then do we have any inverted for value gaps? Yeah, we do have like a green one here that got disrespected right at our entry. So even if it lines up kind of perfectly, so that might be your sign to get in. Boom, good trade. So your liquidity sweep, inverted for value gap, and you can trade that all day, even like on the reversal. You can, when it reverses back up, you should be able to trade the same thing back up, and that's why it's good with 1 minute, because people are like higher time frame bias, but you can trade higher time frames. But if there's so many moves. Like today was two different. You could have took this trade like I did to the downside and took the trade to the upside. You could have made your money. I know Hydra made his money here. A lot of people made their money there. Like, you don't have to trade with the trend. And or, like I said, if most of us, and a lot of people are still bearish. We were up in premium, so I was confident. Once we were way up here, we swept this 62%, which is my favorite percent. And then we went down a little bit that I played, but I should have just not got greedy, and I just should have had a trailing stop and sold like for $100 gain or something. That's what I should have did. And I followed my rules, so it was a good day. I followed my rules. I waited for a 5 minute fair value gap to close, all that. What are you trading right now? I only trade the NASDAQ. Same chart colors. Dope. You do the blue and the white. It's like everyone either does blue and white, or they do the green and the black on the white background. Those are the two types of traders. Which one are you? Are you a blue and white, or are you gray and black on the white background, which is like ICT trades, obviously, the green and black. Yeah, I just trade the NASDAQ. I was trading the S&P 500, and I probably should go back to it. It just, you can make so much money on the NASDAQ, but also you can lose so much money on the NASDAQ. And I haven't really had peace since. But sometimes, like, ES movements are so small. Like, this same movement on ES could be like a $30 move versus like on the NASDAQ, it's a $200 move. It's just different. But I might go back to it when I start trading my live money. But since I'm on fundeds, you trade strategy for value gap? Yes. I am trading inverse for value gaps. I kind of neglected regular for value gaps when I was on the 5 minute chart, only because the 5 minute chart doesn't always tap into fair value gaps. It usually just it will run past it sometimes because it's a higher time frame versus the 1 minute. I feel like it always respects it. So we do have one here, but I just feel like sometimes these do not get respected as much as I'd liked. Versus when they get inverted and you just take it to the opposing liquidity, this is a small move. I wouldn't like that. But that's a trade you can take. It closes above, you just take to this liquidity. That's all like dodgy DD does. But I'm trying to wait for like higher time frame liquidity. It's very choppy right here. We already tapped back to this big 30 minute for value gap. We'll mark both of these. I really just trade displacement, honestly, but I need to get back to what made me profitable. When I was profitable, I was trading liquidity sweeps, market structure shifts. That's it. And I was banking. And then I got deeper into ICT, and I started getting very confident and greedy, and then started just trading off displacement candles and just trading off 9:30 candle. And it's crazy because I used to trade at 8:30. I used to get on 8:30 and be down by 9:30. I wasn't even a 9:30 trading girl. Do you play every free value gap or after a PD array? No, yeah, I don't play every fair value gap. I play it after, I only play inversions now, and then I play market structure shift displacements. I'll play every market structure shift displacement though. Any swing low on the 5 minute or on the 1 minute, not on the 1 minute anymore, but on the 5 minute I would. Like if we got, let me see, like this. We're low, displacement candle above, I would have gotten a buy up here. And then this is a trade that's still playing out technically to go up higher. But I would get in on this. But see, in the 5 minute, your stop loss is fucking massive. I don't like that. However, when I started learning FEGs, inverted FEGs, better entries. As soon as you close on the other side of this bearish fair value gap, that, and even TJR is one of the people who taught me how to trade. He trades this now. He doesn't even do MX market shifts anymore. He's like, after a liquidity sweep, inverted fair value gap, that's all you need, and then you can take it for like a 1 to 2. Like, it just less drawdown. It just respects it, and because usually too, the fair value gap's right before liquidity sweep on an inverted, it is a big displacement candle. So once it's disrespected again, it's like we're going up. You see what I'm saying? So we love something like this, and this is what I'm trying to trade. And this is at what? 8:30. Well, 8:30 again. I would have been in kind of late, but I used to trade stuff like this. I used to get in early. I'm in Mexico now, so I already wake up at 7 a.m. to get on to the 9:30 market open. So I don't know if I'll go back to 8:30, but who knows? Okay, what are we doing? This is 9:30. We're going back to the 1 minute. We're waiting for a liquidity sweep, even though we kind of got one here. But let's see what the 9:30 candles in, like, trying to wait for the 9:30, the 9:50 to 9 to, I can't talk to it. The 9:50 to 10:10 macros. All right. Do we get an inverted fair value gap too? No, we got this long wick here. Dottie DG popularized ICTs recently, not saying he created it. Yeah, he definitely popularized it. And when he first was talking about it, I was like, I don't know what he's talking about. I didn't understand what he was talking about, nor think they were valid until I started seeing them more often. Like, you have to see them. Like, same with CRT. Everyone keeps talking about CRT, and I'm like, y'all are explaining this so terribly. However, once you just since we've been backtesting, all of us, if you've been in my lives every day, it's only day 10, we've been like, oh, we see CRT, oh, we see these fair value. Like, you have to just see this shit. You have to just either replay or get in the markets and see it. It's hard to just, alrighty. Okay. We got a little, but the thing about Dodgy's DD, he will have the biggest stop losses I've ever seen in life. Which, fair, I have them sometimes too, but like, I'm like, dude, and he'll risk it. So we did get a candle close on the other side of this red one, and we did get a candle close on the other side of this green one from earlier before, and this is a fair value gap from earlier before that looks like it's getting respected, even though it got inverse once. So you can wait for another candle, or you can think you want to get in this trade. And that's a good thing about the 1 minute. It usually goes to like a liquidity point like that. We did get the sweep of this one, which was a major one. This 8:30, this 9:30 open candle. So let's see how it plays out. We lost. And that's the thing. When it's two like that, usually I wait until I'm sure. Because we're chopping around this one. We got a wick up here. We have this green one here to be inverted as well. And the green one was the one that won the battle for this type of trade here. Liquidity to the downside. That was the trade. And honestly, you could take both. You can take a loss and take a win. Your wins usually outweigh your losses. Do you use kill zones? I do use kill zones. Those are my session liquidities. Bro, I wasn't paying attention to him at first. I just kept seeing it over and over and over. Exactly. You don't even pay attention to what he says. You just like start seeing it in the chart and you're like, oh. But yeah, I use kill zones. I use the ICT sessions indicator. And it's my baby. That's how I mark all my liquidity points on my targets. You see, New York PM. That's how I mark my major ones. We swept that bitch. I got in that trade, took it down. I just got greedy and wanted it all the way down here. I should have sold right there for a nice $600 day. I took that on live though. That's why I trade live now, because y'all could have took the same trade with me and got out and made money, or took the reversal. I also called the reversal back up. I called that one as well. To get out, I called that one. So I didn't take it, but you could choose the trades you want to take. So yeah, these are, so then tomorrow, our liquidity points, our kill zone, session highs and lows. So we'll be probably going our way back down tomorrow. So yeah, I'll be trading tomorrow morning at 9:30, and then if I blow my account tomorrow, I'm gonna take a break and paper trade for like the rest of August. Clear my social, bro. Okay. My friend talking about the Sex and the City reboot and how bad it is. Okay, yeah, this is also like a market maker sell model, but sometimes I don't know when these play out. So let's go. So far, this 1 minute has not been nice to us today. Let's go back to the 30-minute chart. Mark some liquidity. And then what you want is, if you think it's going down, but like I said, I don't like going in with the bias. I like to let the market tell me where it wants to go and then I react off of it. So if it's just obvious, like this is kind of like, it's given market maker sell, like it just wants to keep going lower. But it doesn't have to. Like today, it just reversed on me. So let's go wait for one of these liquidity points to be swept. And I'm trying to get more patient with that, and it's hard to on the 1 minute. So I try to like sit on the 30-minute, wait for like that, then go to the 1 minute. Then go to the 1 minute. Do we have a... When it's long wicks like this with the little gap, I'm like, that's not a gap though. But I'd be wanting to call it a gap. Let's wait on the 1 minute, let it play out for one more candle. Alrighty, CCC, gotta wait these things out sometimes. Boom. Now, next liquidity point is here. Do we want to get in this trade? You could have. Will it play out your way? I don't fucking know. 1 to 2, it's pretty good risk to reward. Boom, yep. So I like to wait for, also this is what I'll get in versus a fair value gap. A market structure, oh, this is technically a break of structure. So technically, okay, if y'all learn from TJR, he calls everything change of character, break of structure the same thing. It's all break of structure. It's all break of structure, which technically, yes. When you start watching SMT and ICT concepts, break of structure is continuing the direction, and change of character is the same thing but in the opposite direction. So a change of character is if we get a displacement candle above a swing high, breaking through it. That's a change of character, changing direction, and break of structure is same direction. But if you watch TJR, they're both the same thing. Which technically they are. They're breaking through a swing lower, swing high, but most of the time, like 99% of everyone else calls the change of character or the market structure shift. So I usually play off stuff like this, or I wait for a strong candle close. Sometimes the liquidity will sweep like this, and it will candle close, and it will trade around and then go your way. But that wasn't a bad trade, and look, you could have took it down to the heavens if you wanted to for a nice 1 to 5. So yeah, this 30-minute chart has been better for me with overall analysis. See, that was today. Let's go to the next New York session. See, broke that liquidity. Now we're going higher. We're already in a 30-minute fair value gap. So if we close above this, we're going higher. If we close below it, I've seen it like today. It closed below. It came out of the 4-hour fair value gap. It went up. So I don't really take. That's why I said inverted just holds better, because it can come up here, come down, come up here, come down, trade sideways, stop you out, come up here, then go. You know, it can do a lot. Versus like once it like closes above a bearish one or below a bullish one, it usually just keeps going in that direction. As we saw today, once it closed above that 4-hour one today, it just kept running higher and higher and higher. So we got a sweep here. All right, let's go. Well, no, let's wait. I mean, we got 2 big wicks. So let's see, in the 1 minute that might be, Okay, we do have a market structure shift. We do have a small bearish fair value gap. And then we have a big, no, we don't have a green fair value gap. We have one here, I guess. So it's kind of far down. You can wait for the close below this to be safe. You can wait for the tap back into this. Let's just see how this plays out, or wait for one more candle. See, now that we disrespected it and closed above, you should get in some buys here, and you probably could have gotten some. I don't know if there's any swing highs in between. Okay, yeah, there's some. Because when you look at the 30-minute only, you'll be like, damn. That's yesterday's New York high. So maybe we should take it down to this one. Or like this one, a 1 to 2 something. Let's see. We could lose. And we won. And it kept going to probably that one, which is my original. But I was scared because it's so fucking far. But yeah, that's the trade. That is the trade. Them inverted for value gap. So it inverted the red one, as you saw. And you would get in at the candle close. And then if we close below this green one, which is what I really like. I like when I get on at 9:30 and there's a red one above me, a green one below me, or vice versa. And we're waiting for it to break above this one or below this one. And then we just get in. That's what I like to see. Are you aware that ICT is a person and not a strategy? Yes, obviously. Or are you talking to this person? Y'all are having a conversation. Let's see. Could you please go into detail of ICT because I'm new? ICT is a person and a strategy. Just like Judaism or Jewish people are Jewish by religion and by ethnicity or nationality or whatever the technical term. ICT is a person and a strategy. So, because I'm confused with the dumb money to ICT trap, you feel me? Also, get straight to the point about ICT not being rude. Okay. Also, get straight to the point about ICT. Yeah, I don't think ICT is rude. I think he's dope. I think he's a little arrogant. I think he's better than TJR because TJR starts to get, like I said, a lot of the traders now are like teenage boys. So if you're a teenage boy or a 20-year-old guy, you go watch TJR. But he gets very like cringy. He starts like growling at the camera. He starts spazzing, like doing like some weird like gay shit, like, which is fair. Like, I mean, it's whatever. He's like joking around. He's young. He's literally like 22. But for me, I don't want to watch it. I get straight to the point, teach. So I watch ICT and or T-Trades or like other people. And basically, yeah, I love that shit. See, I don't. TJ is a troll. Yeah, I don't like him. He's literally a fucking troll. And I watched his boot camp. It's so good. He got straight to the point. And watching TJR's boot camp first helped me understand ICT. So I started ICT first, and I was like, this is confusing as fuck. So I watched TJR boot camp, the first one, and then I went back to ICT and then like T-Trades. I don't really watch TJR anymore for that reason. I'm 32 and I'm a woman. I'm a black woman. I don't have time for y'all to be asking him to say the N-word in his live streams and stuff. Like, I'm too old. Like, I cannot. And yeah, ICT is just cool. Like, he's cool. And I love Justin. Yes, Justin's cool. Like, I'm also an ethical person. Like, yes, I'm a capitalist, but I like cool people. Like, I don't like people who just get on here and say, especially when you're in the money space, and as a woman, like, women can't vote, or women should just be this, or I should do, like, TGR doesn't really do that, though, and he did say he found God again, and then he started talking about other stuff. Like, he goes back and forth, so. But I love young people learning how to trade. I love young people getting your money, so I get it. If you're 16 and you're a profitable trader, and you want to do crazy shit on your live, like, do it. You're rich, and you're 16. Like, I'm not going to knock you. I'm not going to watch you, is all I'm saying. I fuck with Justin. Yeah, I fuck with Justin. And he's young. He's young, and he is mature as hell, and he gets straight to the point as well. And it's Johnny's cool. Like, there's some cool people. Yo, do y'all follow AA Bands FX? I feel like people are starting to, like, eat him up, and I don't know if he's legit or not. He does Forex, though, and he doesn't do ICT, so I don't know what He does, but he's very cocky. He talks a lot about how girls break up with him. And he spazzes about it because he's like, I'm rich. Why are girls breaking up with me? And I'm like, dude, I don't know. And he's like, CFDs are the best to trade over futures, which is crazy because futures are way better than trading Forex. But like, if you like him, you like him. But he's been posting line blowing. Yeah, I've been iffy with him too. But they just clocked him saying like he lives at home with his mom, even though he's make $200K months or something. And I'm like, oof. I kind of noticed how his house is like, he's always in a room, and like, if you watch my content before, like I moved to Mexico, I mean, I'm still in Mexico in an apartment, it's mine, so you see I'm in different rooms, I'm in the bed, and then when I was in Atlanta, I owned my house, it was in a big ass house, so you'd see me in different rooms, you'd see me walk around, I had the biggest master bedroom, I miss it so much, like you'd see, and I wasn't even making that much money, like I have money from other investments, so it's different, but like when he like talks, his car, I don't really shit on people for their cars because I had a cheap car because I like to buy my cars cash. My next car will be a nice car, though, like a RSQ8 or something like that. But I don't shit on people for having shitty cars because cars are not good investments anyway. So, but just like some of his shit just didn't seem. You make $200K in a month, like, and you always record in a room. I don't, or just say it. Like I just like honesty. Like I could get rich and move back with my parents tomorrow. Cause me and my parents are fucking best friends. So you know what I'm saying? Like I'm not gonna lie to y'all about it. And my parents' house is, I think it was smaller than mine, but it's still pretty big. My parents have a nice house. And you'll know I'm at my parents' house because I'm usually recording in a yellow sunroom, which is so cute, or I'm recording in a UGA decked out man cave because my dad is a UGA fan and I went to UGA. You went to UGA, go Dogs, the best college in the world. But you don't need college to learn how to trade, so don't go to UGA if you don't want to. But Mamba FX, I liked Mamba FX at first. Cause I felt like he flexed, but he had like a wife and a kids he take care of. He active with his kids. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's also in the trader space in general. Like I used to drop ship. Even the worst traders, like who are fucking annoying, are still not as shitty as like the drop shipping guys. Like the drop shipping guys are insane. They're so insane. My mentor was cool. I went to college with Eddie Malouf, who's like a marketer. He's kind of famous. His brother is Arab, like, so they're from Atlanta. Like, I know them, like, and Eddie is starting to get kind of cringy too, like, but I don't think he is. But he's very like uplifts his wife. He has a daughter. He's very like more women in business. That's why like I fuck with him. Like you don't have to get on here and just start spewing red pill bullshit. Now, if you believe in it, I'm a firm believer of everyone can believe what the fuck they want. If you believe me as a woman should not vote, okay, stand on it. But I'm not gonna follow your content. And if you're gonna follow that content, go ahead. You know what I'm saying? But it's like traders. A lot of the trader guys are just like chill. Like I make money. I have a wife and kids. That's all I want. There's this black guy, I can't remember his name. He has a podcast with his wife, but I know him from trading. And I was like, this guy looks familiar. And he like talks cool shit. Or even like Kevin, who has the podcast, what's his name? Or even Swaggy C. Like a lot of these guys are just like chill family men. And yeah, they flex, but like they're not on here like bashing people, even young people. Because I've seen a lot of traders too try bashing on young traders. I really hate that. Like, oh, some guy, A Bands FX, I think, he was like, oh, you young traders who watch TJR, you're never going to be successful. Like, why the fuck would you say that? Because you're old? TJR is young. Like, I hate when people say, like, why are you shitting on people who, learning trading at 16 is like the prime, you can literally do anything with your life. Like, you can go to college. I know, like, Steph trades didn't go to college. You can go to college and make money and, like, get your degree in, like, peace. If that's what you want. You know what I'm saying? Like, I worked in the Hollywood. If I was trading before I got in Hollywood, I wouldn't retire. I would just work way less. And I could. Hollywood's always going to be there. I can call some stylists right now and be like, hey, I want to work. If I move back to LA, I might. And get my insurance back. Because I was in the wardrobe union. So it's like you can do shit and have a regular life and trade. Like, you don't let these people shit on you. I don't give a fuck who it is. If it's Andrew Tate, don't let someone tell you you can't trade or you can't learn, even if you're 40 or you're 12. Nah, I'm saying. Javier Jens is that guy. Steph Trades is cheesy. I really don't fuck with Steph Trades for real. But I do think he's young. Aristotle's cool too. I fuck with Aristotle. Yeah, I was gonna say I feel like Mamba and his wife divorced because then a lot of his content lately is him like with a bunch of bitches like on yachts and shit. Which, look, I mean, do you? But like, You have kids to raise still. But then I saw him post again, like me and my girl. So maybe he has a new girlfriend. I don't know what he does. And I know his old house got like hacked or like broken into because he was showing it too much. So maybe she was like, I cannot deal with this with my kids. Let's see if we're going to keep going. I mean, I think we can go to the 1 minute on this. Who's y'all's favorite person to watch on YouTube? For real, for real. For real, for real, for real. Like, is it Swaggy C? Is it, what's his name? He's lost in this life. Yeah, he is. It's hard not to, though. That's the only thing about when y'all learn how to trade young. I feel like it's so hard. I mean, we don't have an inverted fair value gap, but I kind of want to enter on this strong wick here. It's kind of hard to have a life when your whole life is flexing, and that's why I'm trying to not make my content about that. I feel like that's all people want to see. Carrie emailing Aiden at her line. Sorry, my friends talk about Sex in the City. You have to like, cause honest to God, ooh, beautiful trade. Beautiful trade. You see that? You can enter off these wicks like this on the 1 minute. I entered off this on Tuesday to make that $1,200. You can't have all your content about flexing, because then it's like you have to keep that shit up. You know what I'm saying? And then you get lost in the sauce when you don't have it. Like, you need to have some, I don't know, family content. Have like that other guy who has a podcast. Justin doesn't really flex. Like, he's getting a new car. Even like Kimmel. I feel like Kimmel, or when you get your trading content around like prop firms, or like updating y'all on the space of what's going on. I do like that. Or even like Tanya trades. She's in New York. I also feel like New York, if you trade and you live in New York, kind of like Umar I don't know how to say his name. I feel like it's a different vibe, because New York that's where Wall Street is. Like, you can easily go get a job and do this if you wanted to. So it's like, I don't know how to explain it, but I get it. Because in my line of work, maybe this would have been our stop loss. In film, it's really easy to do that as well. Like, you flex, you get a nice car. I have so many friends who like nice car, nice house, but they live paycheck to paycheck because they just need a flex. Or like, when you work with celebrities, I totally get it. You feel like you need a show or like look good. And sometimes it helps, but it really doesn't. It doesn't really matter unless you want it to matter. You don't want to go in debt just to like flex for people and make that your whole personality, because then it's like you got to keep it up, because that's the audience you built. And I don't want to build an audience like that. Justin, I used to watch all his charting sessions. The way Justin charts still stresses me out. Cash Will is dope. I do like Cash Will. Except for he trades options, which I don't anymore. And his strategy is very retail, which I don't anymore since I do. For Forex Beginner Podcast, Calvin. That's what I'm talking about. Calvin's dope too. What's the symbol for what you're showing right now? NQ. So it's NQ. I trade the micros, so it's MNQ, and then you do U for September, and then once you get past September, it's another letter in here, and I have to look it up every time. I don't know but the NQ, the NASDAQ, or ES for the S&P 500. Okay, we're kind of at a sign to either reverse from here or keep going lower. But anyways, GTG, I'll catch y'all up on a later space. Yeah, thanks for the insight and the talk. I'll be here every day tomorrow, and I'm trading tomorrow morning if y'all want to join. Dang, it's already been almost an hour. Shit. Okay, we're on the 1 minute. Let's go to the 30 first. Let's do our analysis on the 30, because you want to wait for some real motion here. And there is some liquidity here that can be swept. So I think we're good to play this out. Oof. So this is one of those days where you could have maybe got stopped out. Like, it maybe wicked in real time and then wicked lower. Because like I said, this is sped up. And then you would have had to get in again, which really sucks. But let's see if the 1 minute. Oh no, you would have been good. We got this 1 minute wick candle. We got a small fair value gap that you can enter when we close above, or you can get in. I probably would get in this set after this candle. Oh, see, now we got a wick. I gotta wait for one more. Yeah, okay. So you could have gone in here with a big ass stop loss to the downside, which I don't like. Or you could have waited for this and then gotten again, because now your stop loss is way shorter. But you wouldn't know this would happen in real time. So you probably would have your stop loss down here. You would have entered up here, and then once we came down and went back up, then you could move your stop loss to here. And then, did we even mark any buy side liquidity? We fucking did not. So I guess a 1 to 2 to keep it safe. Because like I said, any point liquidity, it can reverse. Like now, it's kind of look like it's reversing. This is a strong displacement candle. So you'd either have a small loss here, a small gain here. You can wait this out. You could have sold at a 1 to 1.5, and then I think once we close below this green one, we're going back down. You see what I'm saying? Like the inversions go up. It could go back down to go here and then go higher though. So maybe close right here, and then maybe we'll get back in. Let's see. Or you could hold it, and I'm just being scary. See, sometimes I'm scary, and it's a perfect trade. And that's an inversion provided gap that actually failed. But that's why you mark your higher time frame liquidities, because this liquidity was so strong. Like that's a 30-minute liquidity point. This is like a 5-minute, 15, then maybe it could reverse from there. However, you're like, this was a strong one. We got a strong wick. We got another wick. You trust your conviction. But even if you got a small gain, it is what it is. You made money. Like people love to like get mad at ourselves when we don't. Like I was more mad at my trade where I made $100 because I traded badly than the trade today where I lost $500, but I followed my rules. Just click futures. It's about 32 of them. What you mean? For like the letters? Let's do one more. Next New York session. We'll see how I trade. I'm gonna try to trade on the 1 minute tomorrow. Let's go to the 30-minute chart. Okay, we do have a fair value gap that we're already into, which is lovely. Let's mark the liquidity from 9:30 because sometimes it likes to sweep at that macro hour. We'll mark this London high, and we'll mark here, and then we do have, let's mark the lowest of the fair value gaps, because if we go down, this one's too close for like a take profit. All right, let's see how this plays out. All right, we're in there like swimwear, so let's wait for that. Wait for that wiki wick. And we do have these two strong candles, which some people like to trade. You can wait for the market structure shift, close below this if you want. But let's get in here. I'd probably get in like at the middle. Let's see if we take it to the other side for almost a 1 to 3. It might be a little early. My computer froze, but it's definitely going down there. Boom. Great trade. See what I'm saying? That's it. Mark your liquidity on the 30-minute, execute. Just click futures, it's 32 of them. Not really, because on TradingView sometimes it won't show you like the actual contract one. You'll go like, it will once you type it in, but see sometimes when you do futures, it'll just show you like this, like the overall NASDAQ one, which if you're trading like me on NinjaTrader or Tradeovate, you will click this one, even though it's the same chart, it won't execute on your broker. So you have to like sometimes really type that shit in. That's a good trade right there, y'all. Is it going all the way down to this fair value gap, which I marked for another take profit? Maybe not, because we got a good reversal. We got a swing high, broken, to the upside. We got an inverted fair value gap. We got a lot of stuff going on to get back in the trade to go up here. That's how I trade. Thank you. I'm new to futures. Just came from options. Welcome. Yeah, I left options too for the same reason. I'm with futures now. And I was like, prop firms, you might as well use them while they're here. The futures ones are better, even though the rules are worse and more strict. Oh my God, look at this wick. Is that like 10 a.m. news? Jesus. Didn't stop us out, but this would have scared the fuck out of me. And you would have had to just sit there. But yeah, futures are dope. Options seems like a pain. Options is cool because you can trade with a small amount of money. It's like the only thing. And people act like no one talks about that, which I don't like. You could not trade futures unless you have, right, heart attack ass candle. We would have all been on live fucking screaming. But options, you can trade with like $6, $10, $2. There's so many cheap options versus like even with ES, the cheapest contract, you probably, I think it's like $5 per tick, but you have to have that drawdown in your account as well with futures. Like with options, I was putting $50 in an account and flipping it. So that's the good thing about options for me. And I feel like you can just buy a contract for what you want to lose, and it's easier risk management as well. That's why a lot of option traders don't use stop loss, which you don't have to. I use Take Profit Trader, Blue 2 accounts, all of risk management. I was on MQ going 25. Yeah, you know, it's a learning curve, you know what I'm saying? With futures though, it's like I said, after that fucking, you're at the end of your month, you might as well just full port. Like, they're going to charge you every month anyway, which is so stupid. But my friend who trades options said he got denied a lot of payouts from prop firms, so I'm kind of scared. But I'm just using it as checks and balances, basically. Like, you know, like, I want to trade my live account, I can still make money on the funded. If the funded is taking my money, I'll just go back to my live account. You know, I suggest trading both just to have like you're diversifying this. Okay, we do have a 30-minute reg up here that if we invert it, we're going to the upside. We can maybe go on the 1 minute now. We got a wick to the downside, and we did sweep that. We did sweep that buy side, and this was that. First of all, oh, we already took the trade today. This we need to go next New York session. Learning from Algo Trader. I used to watch this stuff, but I cannot remember what he teaches. Yesterday was crazy. On 78.404, risking only 5 on MNQ. Yeah, I was doing 5 earlier, but I feel like 3 is the good number because the big drawdown on 5 is going to liquidate you, which I learned yesterday because I was right yesterday. But I took a big loss for like $500, which I kind of did today on 3, and then I tried to get another trade, but my stop loss was big, so it liquidated me out and then went my way the rest of the day. So I feel like using like 3 micros, maybe even 2 is good because NQ just moves so much. Like on ES, I was definitely using 5 micro contracts. I'm gonna say mark your liquidity on the 30-minute, and then let that 1 minute show you what it wants to do. If you get a fair value gap, we do have one here. Alrighty, you might go down and take this lower, or you could wait for the liquidity sweep as well. We don't have we don't have enough yet to keep going lower. We do have 2 wicks and then small body candles. Let's see. The wicks do not lie. I mean, that moved very fast. You go here to here. That's your trade. Beautiful. Even stop loss here. And then you could take it to a 1 to 2. And it still plays out for you. That's how we trade. So I'm gonna try this tomorrow. I'm going to 30-minute liquidity points, 1 minute executions, wait for the liquidity sweep on the 30-minute like I did today, went down to 5 minute. And I should have just like got out of those trades. I got out the first one in profit and then got back in the second one. And if I got on the 1 minute, I would have had a better entry in my first trade. What do you think I should use on M&Q with 50K 5K account, $1,100 drawdown, 5 days. $1,100 drawdown is insane. You should just use one or two micros if you're trading in Q. Even one, honestly, because with one, you can make like $300, $500 a day if the move is big enough. So I would start with one and build your drawdown back up to 2,000 first. One or two micros, yeah. Two if you're feeling real confident and ballsy, but no more than two. I'm doing three and I'm trying to full port, so that should tell you why you don't need to do three or more. Especially like the market we've been having, your stop losses have been massive. Like we've been chopping like this and then not confirmed into entries until like way later. So even like if you got in here, like your stop loss, I mean, that's not terrible of a stop loss. If you got in like down here, but if you got in like on this tab of the fair value gap, like your stop loss is way down here technically. It could do whatever it wants until it comes down here. Because see, it almost stopped you out, but it didn't. It could have easily stopped this out, came down here, and then gone up your way. So you have to sometimes have some, like even this is a fat ass stop loss for this market structure shift. It didn't even break the market structure until we got way up here. Ooh. So like lately this market has been playing in your face. So you need to like, and then this will go down and you'll be negative 1,000 and your prop firm is like, nope, liquidated, even though you're like, no way, it's gonna go my way, and then you already are liquidated, so it doesn't matter. Thank you, of course. Okay, I think finally made it to your live. Thank you, Desi. I think we're done for the day. We'll do this again tomorrow. We'll do 30-minute liquidity, 1-minute execution, and then in the morning at 9:25, 9:20 Eastern time, I'll be live trading. So join me there if you want to see me make or lose money and blow my funded account or get it out of drawdown. And if not, I will be back testing on the weekend. Don't live trade on the weekend, obviously. So I'm gonna back test every day for the rest of the year, and I'm gonna try to live trade every day, trading day the rest of the year. And then hopefully one of us will be rich by then. But yeah, see y'all. But yeah, of course, 1 or 2 macros, take your time. If not, paper trade, because Top Step gives you the option of paper trade. I don't know if I can do it on NinjaTrader though, which is the only problem. But you paper trade, or NinjaTrader has their own paper trading account, which I love about NinjaTrader, and practice and get on the chart, and it's still a win. Like a lot of us beginners, like I'll think about it like, dang, if I paper trade tomorrow and I make money, I could have made that on a real account. It's like, no, it's still a win, and it's worth it. It's learning to get better, because it took TDR like what 3 or 4 years to learn how to trade. Like, I mean, most of us are learning it faster with ICT, which is great. I feel like I'll be learning this. I'll be a year in October 1st of trading. So I would like to be funded by then, but if not, it's only been a year. It took my friend a year and a half when he was learning how to trade before ICT. So not everyone, obviously some people like Sierra, it took her 6 months. It took Q Banks like 4 or 5 months. That's why I don't really project that onto myself. And people are like, oh my God, like wait till 4 years down the road. Like, I don't know. I'm not putting that on myself. But if it takes you that long, don't be mad at it either. Just do your journey and make sure you do things that you love around it. Like me, I have Hollywood. I'm in Mexico now, so I don't want to move back to LA right now. But if I had to, I could, and I could call some of my clients and go back on set and dress people and work 12 hours a day, which is not fun, but it's still way better than an office job, and I get catered food, my gas paid for me, and I get to shop all day. So it's not the worst. But yeah, I'll see y'all tomorrow in the morning. You started in December last year. Okay, yeah, we're almost above our year. You know what I'm saying? We're doing the things. I traded the best fall. So October, September, December to February. So hopefully this fall again, we can all make a fuck ton of money. This summer, volatility is crazy, and it's my first time trading in the summer. So now that we know, and I feel like when I traded in 2020, it was the summertime, so that's probably why it was very shitty, because I wasn't trying to learn for real. I was just gambling. But we're gonna make some good money in the fall. And yeah, I also always say this on my lives in my channel. I chart the markets and know where it's going almost like 90% of the time. That's why I always suggest trade with me, even if I'm not profitable, which I just became unprofitable again. I was profitable, then I was break even, then I was profitable again, and now I'm unprofitable. So I called out winning trades today and or saying to take your wins even though I lost today. So I'm not saying trade with me because I make millions of dollars. I'm saying you can trade with me to learn where it's going to go and execute on your own, and or you can trade with someone who makes millions of dollars. There's no shade in that. But also, I suggest trading with someone who trades like you. I used to be a Discord whore, and I could not find anyone who trades like me. And I wasn't joining TJR's Discord because he is insane on live. And then Elliot Trades went. Actually, if anyone's in live who used to follow Elliot Trades on TikTok, where is he? Like, is he okay? Like, he just literally went off the face of the earth. He started doing crypto, and then he stopped posting, and now some random, like, new man has his TikTok. I don't know if it's, like, his dad or, like, he sold his TikTok. I don't know. I hope he's, like, okay and not, like, in trouble or anything. Or maybe he just quit trading in peace. A lot of people do that. Social media can get toxic, but I don't know where the fuck Elliot Trades went, but I really liked how he traded, and I was going to join his Discord. And I thought about joining Justin Wheeler's Tactical Traders, but like I said, I've traded with him live once on YouTube, and we just don't trade the same. But back then, I wasn't waiting for higher time frame, like, sweeps and stuff. But he's one of those people who, like, waits for, like, a 4-hour for value gap tap. And I don't like that because, like, say this is a 4-hour for value gap that he's waiting for it to tap into to then get into buys. You could trade all this. I like to trade down, and then I might trade back up. But I like to trade, like, retracements, I feel like are stronger because there are days, like today, where it will come to a 4-hour fair value gap, like mine, like it literally did that today, and it kept going straight through it. And I've been on live streams with people like Antonio on Big Gains Club, and he'll be like, oh, I'm waiting for it to hit this level, and I'm gonna buy like the reverse, and then I'm already in the trade way up here, and it just runs the rest of the day. So it's like I would hate to wait, but I guess when you make that much money, like Justin and Antonio, you don't give a fuck. Like if it doesn't give you an entry, you're done. But for me, I'm like, I just feel like we know how the market moves. It's price action. You just trade it down, then you trade it back up. But obviously, sometimes I do trade too much, and they obviously are richer than me. So, but just for me, I don't like people who just wait for hours. Cause I only trade New York morning session. I don't sit on the chart all day. It's just not mentally. The more I sit on the chart, the worse I trade. So like Justin will sit on the chart and wait for this to happen at 2 p.m. or 3 p.m. And I'm not doing that as well. So if that's how you can do that, you can do that. I just got 1 minute on 5 minutes. Exactly. I like to get my money like half the time. When I'm like killing it, my trading day is like 10 minutes, 20 minutes, an hour. Like today, my live stream was about 50 minutes. Like this, like I do not trade long. I'm sorry. It's just, I got into trading for the freedom. If I'm going to work, 6-hour days is not that long. Coming from me working 20-hour days in Hollywood. So it's not like that, but I try to be in and out quick with it. That's why I like the 1 minute chart. And that's how Dodgy DD trades. So I thought about taking his, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's better to learn on your own, especially, or find someone who live trades, which a lot of people do now. And I'm going to live trade on a Discord when I start charging, but obviously I'm a live trade for free for now. But just because call outs suck, because by the time someone calls it out, especially in the 1 minute, that shit has already hit TP. Like, enter here, and then by the time you fix your phone to actually set up and get into a trade, especially with options, because I was using Discord for options. There's so many contracts, there's so much shit to pick from that. By the time someone calls out an options call or a play, it moved already 50%, and you're like, fuck. So unless someone's live trading like, hey y'all, once we close below this, like I do on live, once we tap back into this, and that's why I do like ICT, because you're waiting for stuff. You're not like with retail, like trend lines and zones. I felt like things would break out of zones and just run like this, and then your trade's halfway over. And I used to hate retail like that. I did not like that. Versus ICT, like you're always waiting for a pullback. There's a lot of retail break and retest traders. Like I guess this would be a break and retest if you're like a zone trader. It broke, but like, where's your stop loss? I would have got stopped out. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, some of these trades are like, or this is a little better, this choppiness. But some of these, like, retail traders who trade zones, I'm always like, how the fuck? Well, in markets like this where it's going sideways that we hate ICT traders, they probably love this. It confirms their bias, but I don't trade like this. I used to trade support and resistance, but honestly, I prefer trend lines, honestly. It lines up with ICT very well. See, market structure shift right there. Fair value gap, retap, break and retest, stop loss below the low. Like, I prefer, if I'm trading retail, it's gonna be trend lines, like Tory trades. 1 minute be having me on edge. It does have me on edge though, and or any big 1 minute candle. Sometimes I'm like, ooh, buy, lose, but no, I'm getting better. I'm really just an impatient person. I'd be very profitable by now if I was patient. I'm impatient with everything in life. Like, when I was in Hollywood, like, I moved up so fucking fast. Like, it was dumb. Like, I'm on like a weight loss journey. And now that I'm in my 30s, it's so slow. But like in my 20s, I could lose like so much weight so fast. So it's like killing me. But it's like, girl, this is a lifestyle. Eat healthy and go to the gym. You shouldn't be trying to, only work out for like 2 months and lose a bunch of weight. Like, so it's like, I'm just very impatient, and it shows in my trading. And yes, the Greeks and options suck major booty hole. They're so bad. Especially because same day options are the ones you want to trade to get closest to like futures and Forex, like movement and price. But then 20 minutes and your trade sideways like this, and your contract is in the negative. And that's why I left options. It's just not it. But yeah, thank y'all for the chat. I feel like most of these backtesting sessions now are just chats, which they should be anyway. We'll backtest tomorrow. Obviously, we'll go over the trade recap of the trade I take in the morning, whatever it is. Then we'll backtest some more. Maybe we'll backtest some trend lines tomorrow. I don't know. I kind of want to switch it up just to see. But we'll do one more 30-minute to the 1 minute time frame, like we did today. And then, yeah, the weekend we'll see. And yeah, y'all have a good night and get some rest for this Friday tomorrow. Hopefully it blesses our bank account so we can start the weekend off not sad or mentally ill. Live ended on TikTok.